Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So, on today's episode, we are going to be kicking it off with some clips from this woman right here who is absolutely fed up with dating. So, guys, let's take a listen as to why that might be the case. Don't forget to drop your comments and subscribe on your way in, and let's take a listen.
Guys, I'm sorry. I've been MIA for the past week because I got dumped. Anyway, does anyone else feel at the end of their tether with dating? Because my achy breaky heart cannot do this anymore.
Let me pause you right there. Okay, we have heard so many women say the same thing. I'm so done with dating. I'm sick of dating. All men are trash. I can't find a good man. Why can't I find a good man? The good men are there. The real authentic relationships are there. But these women, they don't want these authentic relationships. Like, they will cry all day about connection and authenticity. Meanwhile, they've got, 3 tons of lip filler talking about how a man needs to be upfront with them. It makes absolutely no sense, okay? A lot of these individuals, guys, they lie about who they are, at the bare minimum, what they look like, and then they expect dudes to take them seriously. And I'm pretty sure, by the way, I can't show any videos on here of this, but I'm pretty sure this woman is a scripper, if you see what I'm saying. Like, she's out there dancing for the money. Okay, and these women are surprised when they get dumped. It's like, yeah, dudes don't want to take girls seriously who go out here and do this kind of work. But let's keep going.
Like, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou my rascal prince? Because I'm tired.
Romeo, this whole like, oh, I'm waiting for my Prince Charming. I just want this one guy to come along. It's so crazy to notice how these girls just don't seem to understand that Prince Charming is there the whole damn time. But what do they want? They want the rapper, right? They want the cheater, the scammer, the dude who treats them terribly, the guy who is not always available, all this kind of crap. And then they complain about heartbreak when they chose the heartbreak from moment one. The guys who wouldn't break these women's hearts, they're the boring guys, the guys who are uninteresting, the guys who are, typically working a 9 to 5, busting their ass. Those guys are invisible. Let's keep going.
I don't know where to go from it. Also, I can't shake this feeling that it's low-key because I farted this one time in bed and it was like an earthquake. It even woke me up, but it can't be helped. Oh, I've got to stop thinking about it. Anyway, I am going to create an app where you can get a little handbook, just some key points from their ex, right?
So this one's idea to solve the dating problem for women, okay, well, maybe men too, right? But her idea to fix dating here is to get key points, characteristics, traits from the individual's ex that they are currently seeing. Guys, let me tell you something, okay? It is weird to watch these girls say, oh, this guy had red flags here, 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 and here, but they choose to ignore them repeatedly. The thing is, even if this woman had all of the information available to her, like, let's just say the dude that she was seeing, cheated on his ex-girlfriend, or had a wife, or just slept around a lot and didn't really look for anything serious and just wanted something casual, even if she had all of this information, it's not going to stop her. Like, it really isn't. You guys have seen those memes on, Lord forbid, Facebook, right? Like, all these different platforms where it's, the girls are talking about how they charge headfirst at red flags and they're calling each other bulls and stuff like this. It's like, it doesn't matter what information you give the women because they still chase the dudes anyway. You can tell a woman that the guy's a sociopath and he'll never commit to her, and she'll go out there and chase the guy if he's attractive enough anyway. So,
nothing mad, just loves his mum, small willy but knows how to use it, makes a great spag bowl, will definitely give you the ick in 2 years. That, so small but crucial. Yeah? Oh, on SOS. Guys.
Yeah, so before we continue to the next clip, okay? So apparently it would seem that their relationship broke up because she didn't know some of these key characteristics about him, we can assume. Right, but what are the odds that this is just not the case at all? What are the odds that, he didn't want to deal with her anymore? But of course, it's like her not knowing information and stuff like this. And I just cannot get over, by the way. Like, I'm not saying this to crap on the woman's appearance or anything, but this is like so much, like, lip injection that we have here. Right, like, this is not natural at all. And I'm pretty sure the teeth are completely fake as well. They look like veneers. Like, man, I don't even know. Let's continue on to the next clip here. And this one has the caption, "I hate the male species." That's what it says. Like, I'm not even making that up. It says, "I hate the male species." So let's jump in.
So I want you guys to have a little peep inside my Instagram DM requests because it is chaos. 10 out of 10 entertainment. Lego. First up, we have this lovely love poem. "Hi, just watched some of your X Factor auditions and you were so amazing. I'm just a little curious, what's your body count?" What?
I would not be surprised if this woman wrote this message to herself just to flex to her audience that she got on like X Factor auditions. Like, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Now, good chance it's a dude, okay, just being creepy in the DMs, whatever. But I would not be surprised if, you know, this is someone who doesn't have a profile picture here, if she just made an account and sent this to herself. Now, I'm not saying that she did that, but it wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Like, tell me how that went from 0 to 100 that quick. I just can't. Okay, this one absolutely sends me because it's so simple yet so icky. Like, what does being your monster entail? Do you know what I mean? No. This one is just chaos. Can you humiliate me about how skinny I am and compare me to big black muscular guys? Imagine. "Hi Steve, I'm sorry to say it, but you're a skinny sugar snap pea and I wish you were 50 Cent. Fuck off."
So it's just wonderful how we live in an age, right, where people think it's some sort of flex or some sort of warranted ego boost to go out here and just post the DMs that they may or may not be getting from dudes being weird in the DMs. Like, first of all, the dudes are cringe for sending this if, you know, if these are actually real people. But second of all, like, I've noticed that a lot of women do this. And it's not to like expose dudes or to do all this kind of crap. It's basically just to make themselves appear more valuable and to show, hey, look, I've got some people that are sitting there coming in my DMs and talking to me, even if they're saying weird crap. Now, before we continue into the next clip here, I'm actually going to pull up this video that we were just looking at a second ago, and I want to show you guys some of the comments, which I forgot to do a moment ago. So check this out, okay? This is the video where she's complaining about dating, and as you can see, right, if you thought it was just this woman, this video has 64.8 thousand likes on it. Okay, and the first comment here from Keisha, I don't know, Keisha, I'm assuming, says, "Same girl, same. I am so over dating," right? You know, and we got all these girls in the comments calling her beautiful, her makeup is flawless. This woman here, B, says, I've actually legitimately quit. I'm so done with the breadcrumbing, the ghosting, the already married but on the app one." So if you guys don't know what breadcrumbing is, from memory, breadcrumbing is like, you know, when girls are given like little bits of validation or whatever just to keep them on the ropes and stuff like that, to keep them on spinning as a plate, as it were, right? But B here looks to be, you know, well over 30, I would assume. She's legitimately quit dating. She's so done with the breadcrumbing, the ghosting. I have no sympathy at all for these women who say this kind of crap, guys, because again, I've made this point thousands of times at this point, but like, these girls are literally the most guilty of doing the same thing that they're complaining about. So anytime they're sitting here complaining like, "Oh, this guy ghosted me," it's like, okay, how many dudes have you ghosted? How many dudes have you treated like crap? Okay, and the dudes who are married, I would wager, gentlemen, that a lot of these women who are chasing men who are married have an inclination that the dude's in a relationship, but they choose to chase him anyway because of the fact that other women want him. They could choose the guy that no woman wants, but they would rather go for the dude who's married. You guys, if you've been someone who's married, you might notice this. Where women will chase you specifically because you are married, right? But let's continue into this next TikTok here. And as you can see, she's looking different in every single video. And let's see what this one is. So the caption is, "Where's my Shrek at?" she says. So let's take a listen.
Do you know what I hate about dating, right? So you're chatting to a guy, it gets to evening/night time, the chat gets a little bit naughty.
You guys ever notice how it's like the same women that are complaining about dating and how it's so difficult always just casually mention how they're talking to dudes? It's almost as if that's the damn problem, right? You're out here, you're talking to dudes, you have no serious relationship, you have no ring, you have no family, and you're here sooking about dating. It's like, of course dating sucks for you. You're just talking to a new guy every 20 seconds. And don't give me that like, "Oh, I've been talking to him for 3 months," as if it makes a difference. Like, you're out here serially, casually dating and expecting dudes to take you seriously. It really is disgusting.
As it does, and they say, "What you wearing?" And you go, "Oh, babe, wouldn't you like to know a little red satin number?" And you just think, I am a con artist. Because do you know what, Paul? Do you really want to know what I'm on right now? Because I'll tell you. My hair is flopped on top of my head. There's about 10 cement layers of dry shampoo in it. I'm balls deep in it in the celebrations, and I look like I deserve to live in a swamp. So, do you know what, Paul? I am not the sex kitten you believe I am, and we better cut this short here because this ain't gonna work. Oh, mate. Do you know what?
Again, I'm just going to remind you guys here as well, as the clip finishes up right there, that this woman, I'm pretty sure, is a dancer of some description. There are a couple of videos of her, you know, dancing on tables or whatever the case may be. But I agree with her on a point here, which is the con artist point. Okay, like girls like this, if you see them without makeup, guys, it's a completely different individual. So look at this. Okay, let me pause this. I'm pretty sure I'll move this video down so you guys can see, right? I'm pretty sure these are heavily drawn on, if not the entire thing looks to be drawn on. We have fake lashes that extend an incredible amount of distance. The lips, I assume, would be fake. The teeth seem fake to me as well. This right here is a very long nail, which, to be honest, guys, at this point, I'm just considering a massive red flag. But, like, nothing about this individual's face screams authenticity to me in any way at all, right? And you wonder why they're just talking to dude after dude after dude after dude. It's like, even if the man is lying to you, are you not lying to him every step of the way? Like, are you not just completely misrepresenting the type of individual that you are by presenting yourself this way? But they never see it that way, right? Absolutely never. Now let's continue into the next video here. Oh, and this is a fantastic example, actually. I've got to mute the audio on this one. So check this out. This is her showing herself without makeup and with makeup. And this was 2021. So she's probably had more work done, I can only assume. But this is what she looks like without it. And then this is what she looks like with it. Right? You cannot tell me the difference is just... You know what I mean? And then these girls complain about getting ghosted and mistreated by dudes. And this woman, mind you, put up a video, like the one we looked at too before this was something like men are trash or some crap like that. I don't know. I said the title of it when we jumped into it. But it's like, you expect men to be upfront with you. You expect men to take you seriously when you're looking at a completely different individual every single time. Now, guys, let's continue into this last video right here. And I don't actually recall what this one is. So let's take a listen.
Someone tell me why it's taken me so rascal long to watch Peaky Blinders. Because Thomas Shelby, yeah? That specimen of a man, he could set my house alight. He could kidnap my dad. He could booby trap my nan's yard. And yet, if he walked into my gaff and said, "You're right, fix me a drink," I'd say, "At ease, soldier. I'll fix you more than a drink." Ah! It doesn't bear thinking about. It makes me feel all fuzzy.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, that's the end of the clip right there. Peaky Blinders is a show on Netflix, and it's basically just like it's like a female erotic novel just turned into a show, right? And the protagonist of that particular show is called Thomas Shelby, and this guy's just like the archetype of, I think it's like a 1920s mobster or something like that. Very attractive, like a character archetype, and all the girls are like thirsting over him and stuff like this. But my point about this is, like, gone are the days, right, when you could go out there, you could get a wife, and she would just not embarrass you. But nowadays we have social media, okay? And this video has, oh my, in terms of likes, this video has 373,000 likes on it. Like, can you guys imagine? Men will get called controlling and weird and judgmental and all this kind of stuff. But guys, can you imagine if you had a wife and she's just out here posting stuff like this? Like, not only this video right here of her thirsting over some dude from some Netflix show, which Netflix is just absolutely terrible, ain't it? But, you know, posting videos like this one, this one, this one, this one, and they wonder why they can't get a dude to commit to them. Now, there's always going to be some guy who will come along and give her a relationship or whatever, but it's never the guy that she wants. And it's such an ironic cycle, because the men that they want typically respect themselves, and any guy who respects themselves is not going to be interested in having a relationship with, one, a dancer, and two, a girl who screams all over TikTok. And I don't say that to be like a complete a-hole or put this girl down or anything like that, guys. But it's like, you put two and two together, and it's like, of course, dudes are running you around and not interested in relationships. Of course. Okay. But speaking of not giving women relationships, guys, we're going to be jumping into today's Reddit story and then wrapping up today's episode. So let's take a read of this right here. And this is a funny one my editor sent me over on Reddit, dating over 30, okay? And as you guys know, this subreddit is absolutely hilarious. You get a lot of women who are 30 plus years of age still crying about men ghosting them, despite the fact that they could have solved that 10 plus years ago, but it is what it is. So let's jump into this story right here, and it is titled, "Would you date someone who blocked you twice in the past if they apologized sincerely and you two have since become much closer?" So this individual, who is a woman, a 30-year-old woman, has blocked a dude twice in the past, and now she's asking for advice, okay? "I, a 30-year-old female, am a recovering chronic ghoster," as if she's the victim. "When I was emotionally immature, I would ghost in order to avoid expressing my dissatisfaction in a relationship. I no longer do this." I don't believe that at all. "The last person I did it to is a 40-year-old male. I ghosted for about a month for a frivolous reason." So look at this. She's out here, 30 years of age, right? Still single, no relationship, ghosting dudes over quote-unquote frivolous reasons. Fantastic stuff. "Once we resumed communicating, things were never the same. A few weeks after we resumed talking, I ghosted again because I felt like in total we had dated too long without DTR." Now, I don't know what the hell DTR means, but I assume it means actually committing to each other. "This time I ghosted for a few months. When I finally unblocked, I realized he'd tried to reach out in that time. Months after unblocking, he again reached out and essentially apologized for not DTR." Again, I don't know what that means. If someone wants to fill me in the comments, feel free to do so. "I also apologized for ghosting and haven't since. We met through working at the same company but in very distant departments. However, through a restructuring, we now work closely. We communicate almost daily and as a result have gotten much closer. Even though most of our communication starts with some work-related issue, we spend a lot of time in conversation about almost everything, and he has supported me tremendously in personal endeavors. When we started getting closer, I was dating someone else, but now we're both single. Given our history, I don't expect him to move things forward, even if he's inclined, but now I am myself liking him a lot more than before. I want to tell him how I feel, but I am not sure. If you were him, would you date me?" And the first comment here says F no, which I totally agree with. So this woman has gone out here, ghosted this guy twice, one of which was for a frivolous reason, the second one, which I'm sure was much the same, and then wants to be taken seriously in a relationship after doing this to this guy. And, he's out here. It's funny, right, how women will get in this position, but they'll still refuse to make the move. Right? Look at this. "Given our history, I don't expect him to move things forward, even if he's inclined." You love how, like, they never do it. Right? Like, no matter what, it's still the man's quote-unquote job to go out here and do this crap because, I don't know, these girls are on such a damn ego trip that they can't be bothered doing it themselves. But it is what it is. Guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments below to some of the things that we have covered today. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, make sure you check out the Patreon and locals links in the description, guys. There's content over there if you are interested. And as always, thank you to all the supporters who make making these episodes possible. But without further ado, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.